Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Smoky Room. Question for y'all. Well, first of all, today's show is going to be brought to you by, okay, Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Yeah, but I want to start this off with a question. What is great about being an American? Why, you know, what's great about it? Why would it be different? Let's say if you were, I don't know, somewheres in Germany. Would you feel as good as you would if you were here in America? So, what is great about being an American? Today, I don't know. I truly don't know. Things aren't that great today, are they? And the reason for that is we have people whom are part of a cabal, I guess you could say. Jeez. Hi! I don't know if you heard that or not. But yeah, what I see taking place today is, I truly believe, and there's enough prevalence. There's enough evidence to prove that I am right. That there are people out there that want and think it's the best thing for humanity to have a global government. Now, look, let's be honest. The whole idea about ending war, you can't come up with a better idea. War sucks. Okay? Let's just say war sucks. Because when red hot pieces of metal enter the human body, it causes death, it causes lifelong deformities, it causes mental illness. There's war does not make anything good except liberating the concentration camps during World War II. The only way that was going to happen is that people went there and got it done. And people had to die so that others may live. Um, my very close friend, his mom and dad were two of the people that were liberated from Auschwitz. So they lived, and he was born, and he is my buddy. So that's a good thing. But war in general, it just there's nothing good about it. Okay, so if we could end that, that would be a great thing, as long as it doesn't affect our sovereignty in the United States. Your sovereignty, my sovereignty, the nation's sovereignty. Okay? Now, we have this, which is from the UN, ladies and gentlemen. Transforming our world. You could look this up on the internet and print yourself out a copy. Okay, it's the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. In this, and of course, I mean, there's no way I'm going to read this whole thing to you. We are determined to end poverty and hunger. Yeah, they are. These folks at the UN they're determined to end that. Let me see, UN started very, very long time ago. And they haven't ended it yet. Wonder why that is. Why do you think? How come they haven't ended it yet? I mean, it's been decades, right? Okay. They also want to ensure that all human beings can fulfill their potential in dignity and equality and in a healthy environment. Let's look at places like Bangladesh and some of these other cesspools around the world. How is that? How is that going to get cleaned up? And if you're going to clean it up now, why? And you know it needed to be clean. Why wasn't this done a long time ago? Could it be that the people over there just don't give a rat's behind whether it's filthy or not? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, because it's been an extremely long time and it remains that way. If somebody came into my home and they seen my kitchen just loaded with dirty dishes, trash all over the place, they walked in here and they would look at that, they would say, that had to take some time to do. This guy's sitting in there eating Cheetos, watching cartoons. Huh. Kind of looks like he really doesn't care much about cleaning up the kitchen. So, I mean, I didn't ask anybody to come in here and clean it up. I guess I don't want to clean it up. But somehow, the UN, if they're not doing anything other than cause more problems for people, is now going to take on this world project and they're going to clean it up, by golly. I mean, for centuries it's been filthy. And now they're going to clean it up, you know? Yeah, because, well, you know, people should have dignity and. What, their government doesn't realize that? I mean, you would think that the ruling governments of these countries that are messed up would do something about fixing it. But over the centuries, they just keep screwing it up more. Case in point, Haiti. Haiti. I'm just saying, okay? Now, here in the good old USA, you see, we have towns and neighborhoods where there's a lot of neighborhoods where people keep them clean. And they're somewhat free of crime. Then there are other neighborhoods, not so much. Crime is rampant, The streets are filthy. The kids don't go to school. Everybody's strung out on drugs. The mayor don't give a crap. The governor don't give a crap. The police don't give a crap. And the people that live there do not give a crap. How do you fix that? Anybody got an idea? You see, I guess the point I'm trying to make is this is bullshit. This is all bullshit. But it's going to affect you and it's going to affect me. What this is, these are proposals by an unelected group of people, okay, that are going to initiate programs that nobody voted on that's going to affect your life directly. You had nothing to say in it. Now, you'll notice, oddly enough, though, all the different points they touched on. Let's see. Let's see. What do these people? Well, they're talking about hunger, poverty, health. Never mentioned once freedom to worship the way you want without being bothered. That's not in here. You will not find it in here. You will not find the word worship in here. You will not find the word God in here. It's just not mentioned. That's not a biggie for them. We are committed to ending poverty in all its forms and dimensions, including by eradicating extreme poverty by 2030. All people must enjoy a basic standard of living, including through social protection systems. We are also determined to end hunger and to achieve food security as a matter of priority, and to end all forms of malnutrition. In this regard, we reaffirm the important role and exclusive nature of the Committee on World Food Security, and welcome the Rome Declaration on Nutrition and Framework for Action. We will devote resources to developing rural areas and sustainable agriculture and fisheries, supporting smallholder farmers, especially women, especially. I'm just going to throw this out there. They're talking about fairness and equality and all this shit. Why are they going to look after women especially? I don't know. Do you consider that equal? Because I really don't consider that equal. Let's see. Women especially. Herders and fishers in developing countries, particularly the least developed countries. How are they going to do that? Has anybody ever heard that the UN has a idea to impose a world tax? That's how that's going to happen. In order for that to happen, okay, if anybody read the Pope's, what the hell's it called? Oh my God! When they write these papers, they're called. Oh jeez. What's it called? Encyclical. So he wrote that probably about 10 years ago, I think. He touches on all these points. And he touches on the point of how you're going to bring the standard of living like places like Uganda, Haiti, Ethiopia, the armpits of the world. How are you going to bring their standard of living up to the qualifications that these people want? They can't do it on their own. Their countries do not have the ability to bring the income in necessary to make that happen. So how is it going to happen? Anybody? Anybody? World tax. Your standard of living has to go down so their standard of living can go up. You see, we got too much. And that's just not fair. According to these people that we never even voted upon representing us. The UN. I don't know, did you ever vote for anybody in the UN? I sure as hell didn't. How did they get this power that they could tell you and me what to do and how to live our life? Anybody? So when you sit back, or when one of your friends sits back, or when somebody looks at you as if you're nuts, that there's no such thing. Come on, you got to stop talking about the world government. It doesn't exist. Really? Print a copy of this out and show it to them. Because it does. And it's coming to a neighborhood near you. Really. Honest to God. Look at what's happening now. You see, this was an eye-opener for me. I got red-pilled when I seen Building 7 come down. I also got more red-pilled when I actually thought about what was happening at the border. For a very, very, very long time, I truly believed that it was just, we just didn't have enough people at the border. And the government will correct that sooner or later. Huh? Really? Does anybody have any idea how many illegal immigrants have come into this country since this mope in the White House took office? It's somewhere around 2 million and something. Really? Really? Nobody knows who the hell they are. And they get your tax dollars just for being here. Now, I consider that to be a huge problem in this country. It's a huge problem in any country. When you have massive groups of people that are entering your country by breaking the law, and then we give them your hard-earned money in a form of tax so that it can get filtered through DC and given to those fine people that came here by breaking the law. Look, humanity is humanity. Nobody wants to see people die. Nobody wants to see people starve. But is it your problem and my problem? No, it's not. We're here. We do what we can do for our home and our community. Okay? We're not here to work for Mexico or Portugal or Sweden. We're here to help our family and our country. But that's changing, folks. Well, no, let me say that different. It changed. The reason nothing is taking place at the border to stop this is because it is by design. It's very easy to figure out. This is the conclusion I came up with a long, long time ago. I said, wow. I just kept watching this thing disintegrate and disintegrate and disintegrate. And I came to the conclusion that, wow, our government seems like they just don't want to stop it. I mean, after all, World War II, we won a war on two fronts. We beat the shit out of Germany, and we beat the shit out of Japan. Well, we nuked Japan. Okay? That was an eye-opener for them, I bet. And they went, whoa! We're not messing with them anymore. We surrender. Okay. They got the point. Now, we were able to do that. We put guys on the moon. Not only did we put them there, we brought them back home alive. We can't defend our border? What, we don't have the skills? We don't have the equipment? What? I don't understand. Because, does anybody remember all that military equipment we left over there in Afghanistan? Enough to supply a whole army. Anybody remember that? We got enough stuff we could just hand it to our enemies. We don't care. So the thing is, we have the ability if we want to, but we don't want to. Now the question becomes, why? Why the hell don't we want to? It would be a good thing to stop this, wouldn't it? It would stop a lot of these people from dying in the desert and kids drowning, people getting killed by snakes and whatever else. I can't imagine that walk. Really, I mean, could anybody think of doing it? That's got to be insane. Do you have any idea? I mean, our family went through Death Valley. I know what it feels like over there in the summer. So if everybody knew that, all right, there's no way in hell you're going back into the United States. Ain't gonna happen. They got that thing locked like nobody's business. You just can't go in. That would save a lot of lives. And here we go with the UN. Nice. All countries are great and lovely. Yeah, right, my ass. These countries that where these people are coming from, the government is so damn corrupt that they just flat out don't care. And the UN thinks that once they start saying stuff, everything's going to become peaches and roses and ice cream. So, anyway, there we have it. The world government brought to you by the UN. And we see it happening every single day. Now we're moving to a digitized monetary system. You know, I was thinking about something the other day that I had a hard time figuring out how I'm going to explain it, but when our money was backed by something substantial, okay, which was gold, right? When our money was backed by gold, and there was no digitized anything. It was pen and paper. That's how people kept records. Okay? That's how you kept records. That's how your bank kept records. Okay, maybe they had certain kind of typewriters and stuff like that. What that did was, okay, it helped you keep your private life private. There was no way for them to search whether or not you bought a blender yesterday from Yahoo, whether or not you got a lawnmower from Amazon. I don't know. Whether or not you're looking for chicks on Craigslist. That's simply your business. That's between you and God. Your private life is your private life. Not any longer, though, folks. Now that the substantial thing that made our money valuable no longer exists, they know everything about you. Everything. They say everything. They know everything about you. Now, what the hell gives them that right? Oh, people will say, well, hey, I mean, look, if you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to hide. That's not the point, folks. The point is we are sovereign people. By living in this country, a sovereign nation, we are sovereign individuals, which means you are entitled to have a private life guaranteed by our Constitution. Read the Fourth Amendment. That's gone. Yeah, forget that. That one's gone. Scratch that one off the list. Okay? Voting for your candidate? Huh? Voting for your candidate. Let's talk about voting for your candidate, shall we? How's that going nowadays? Is it fair? Really, is it fair? You know, these people want everything free and equal. The UN, you see? Because they care about the hungry, right? They care about the idiots, these people. They want to use your money to take care of them. But when it comes, you see, they're all about equality and tolerance, right? And inclusiveness. They're all about that. Only, well, look, all right, you voted for Trump. No, it's like, we can't have that, man. No. What, that guy tried to come in here with a Make America Great? Nah, get him the hell out of here. And that kind of stuff is perfectly fine. Not only is it perfectly fine, have you heard, has anybody been listening lately? Did anybody see the Joe Rogan show? When he had Mark Zuckerberg? I don't even think this guy realized what he said. Now, I would suspect Mark is a very, very intelligent individual. But when he said the FBI actually came to us and said that, can you censor the pro-Trump ads and let's make sure we add a lot more of the anti-Trump ads. You see, what that's called is illegal. A government agency like the FBI, the CIA, the Internal Revenue, the Justice Department, and all of the other departments, including the military, you are not allowed to have a political opinion because you swore an oath to the Constitution, which you swore an oath to the American people, whether they're white, black, gay, straight, Italian, Puerto Rican, handicapped, or whatever. Freedom is a two-edged sword. Okay? If you're going to tell somebody they can't say that because they're wearing a red hat, you better tell everybody they can't say that because that's how America is. That is called justice. Not that when there's a Trump rally and people get their ass kicked just because they're wearing a red hat. And nobody does anything at all about it. Nobody. The police are told to stand down. The news media just, let's not cover that one because it doesn't make us, just not cover it. Okay, so anyway, Share this with your neighbors and friends, as a matter of fact. You know what you could do? You could get yourself a pizza, a couple of hoagies, invite friends over and say, hey, we are going to watch the Smoky Room. You want to watch? Sure. Light up a cigar, kick back, whatever, and watch and yuck it up or make fun of me or whatever you want to do. But I think somewhere along the line, if you're paying attention to current events and you're listening to this will make some sense to you. Hopefully, it opens your eyes. Okay? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you. And there it is. We'll see you, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye bye.